It's not easy to build a social media team. And if you're a team of one, developing an impactful social media strategy may even feel more daunting. But you aren't alone. A 2018 HubSpot Academy survey found that nearly 62% of respondents do social media on top of other duties. For those who are dedicated to social media, nearly 37% work on teams of 5 or fewer. But even small teams should consider how they plan to scale their team structure to drive their business goals. When it comes to structuring a team, as always, start with your business goals. Be it sales, brand awareness, managing reputation, sales prospecting, recruiting, customer service, or something else. Knowing this upfront helps you determine what channels you need, what content you need, your campaign possibilities, and the staffing you need to consider. For example, if your company's goal is to provide stellar customer service, it means you would put social goals and metrics behind responding to all customers in a certain time frame, which in turn impacts how many channels you think you can manage, how many people you think you'll need to respond to, and if you need an internal or external team to help. If your goal is accelerated sales, then you would focus on channels where you can build a presence that supports advertising, where you can find interesting ways to collect email or deliver promotional offers. That helps you understand which individuals and agencies you may need to involve to develop content. Next, you need to consider who your business stakeholders may be. What do they care about? Their needs may not be your needs. Your PR team might want to connect with social media influencers, while your HR team might need your help recruiting via social networks. Having their buy-in may be what you need to convince executives that additional headcount is needed. Next, are you planning for your social media efforts to be international? Do you need to consider how you'll manage social networks such as Zing or Sina Weibo? There are different languages, social network preferences, and legalities that will figure into your staffing plans. The biggest challenge that most social media practitioners have is buy-in. Do you have consensus and buy-in from the decision makers in your company? If not, find an executive who can champion your ideas. Then, outline your social media roadblocks. What do you really need to do social well in your organization? What might get in your way? The most obvious roadblocks for an organization tend to be lack of time and lack of people. Once you know all of the above, you can create your social media roadmap. This roadmap is your future state plan, or essentially how you plan to grow your social media program. As you put it together, you'll want to show how the various stakeholders in your business will benefit. Demonstrate how you see social media changing for your company in the next year, 3 years, or 5 years, and the impact it could have on the business. Once you understand your goals and KPIs and what you would like the future of your social media program to look like, you can start thinking about how to build a team to get you there. There are several options for structuring the team. First, consider the types of roles you need and how they map to your goals. If customer service is a priority, you may need a community manager. If you are developing educational material, you may want to consider a graphic designer who can develop beautiful infographics or a videographer who is great at developing live video. What if you don't think you'll have the means to scale the team in the manner you would like? The good news is that there are options beyond your internal team. Think about how agencies might be able to help you meet your needs, particularly if you're a smaller team. Agencies can be cost-effective when compared to headcount. You might consider using a social or digital agency for a specialized type of role to extend your team, such as developing content or managing engagement. The structure of your team itself and how it works is also important. A few years ago, analyst firm Altimeter outlined 5 types of social media team models, and this model still holds up today. The decentralized model is one in which no specific department manages or coordinates content and strategy. The team shares responsibilities and ideas. A decentralized model tends to be representative of organizations in the early stages of implementing social. A centralized team is one that stands alone and manages all activities. The hub and spoke model is common in growing companies, in which one team coordinates with other groups within the organization. The majority of companies use this model, including companies such as Red Cross and Virgin. The multiple hub and spoke model, or dandelion model, is one in which a main social media team works with smaller social media teams in different departments or business units. This is common for companies with international offices, such as IBM, Microsoft, or CNN. A holistic model is just like it sounds. Everyone is involved. Few companies will end up using the holistic model. It requires great trust and training for employees. Dell, Zappos, Accenture are a few of the organizations who have used this structure. Once you know which model you want to adopt for your team structure, you can begin to plan for the future. Design a plan that includes the following. First, plan your business and social goals. Plan these goals 1 to 3 years out and make sure to consider your stakeholders' needs. Second, identify your possible social media roles based on those goals. Then, third, develop a timeline for reaching those goals and building the team. With that complete, you need to allocate or advocate for resources. And finally, evangelize your plan throughout the organization. When others can see and believe your vision, they will be more inclined to lend their support. And that's how you build a social media team. It may seem daunting to think so big if you're a social department of one, but remember, having a vision for the future of your team is one of the first steps in building it.